As a disclaimer, I do not support nor condone the harassment of the creator because of personal opinions on their creations. These reviews are created for the purpose of giving my opinions on these characters, along with giving constructive criticism to help the creator in the future. As such, the level of artistic ability is not included in my review, and only the design and story of the character. Thank you very much. Oh look, a review on an OC, it's Xennotyrannus by Team Dinosauria 21. I'm only going to be going over the final form and the golden final form because they're just the newest two designs of this character and he hasn't used the other designs, so whatever. Let's get into it. These two forms, they're just xenomorphs with wings and extra tails. The tails are excessively long and they all just seem to protrude from the exact same place like a nine tails, except why would a xenomorph have all those tails? Like, what, did it impregnate a nine-tailed fox or something? Not to mention, why does it have wings? Did it impregnate a flying nine-tailed fox or something? And speaking of which, this character isn't even related to xenomorphs in general. Why does it have a xenomorph design? Come up with your own original design. But even the original design you had was just a meta dragon. Overall, it's not even that good of a design to begin with. It's so played out. Like, if you want to come up with an ultimate evil design, either don't come up with a design as you want that character to stay in shadows, or at least be somewhat original with it. Don't take a design and just plop on some wings and tails and say, oh wow, I came up with a really original design. This is my ultimate evil character in the universe. Wow, so edgy. But whatever. The height, 340 for the final form and 514 for the golden form. Why is it that this thing is 514 meters tall? Like, its power isn't even that strong. Like, I'll get into that. But 514 meters tall. At that point, the heroes are still human-sized, or, like, normal kaiju-sized, but they're so much dwarfed, you don't have any care because you know these heroes are going to win anyway. There's no way they're going to lose because this thing's been built up to be 514 meters tall. Like, stop. Like, I understand making your villain big, but this is just going way too far. Like, really, stop it. Like, at least power scale your characters properly. If you want this character to be the ultimate evil, you don't have to make him that tall to make him super big and edgy. You really don't. Stop it. Overall, let's talk about his character. His character, character. There is no character, really. This character is supposed to be like some plotting, devilish character, but really, it's the same plans that end up in the same thing. He either dies and he comes back, or he gets sealed away and he comes back, and it's so generic and played out. You know none of these characters are going to die, and even if they do die, they're going to come back somehow, and even if they don't die, it seems completely ridiculous because the fact is that this character's plans are stupid. You could go through the series and look at all these points and come back and say, oh, okay, this could have happened, that could have happened, and he could have won easily. Not to mention, he's so powerful, why didn't he just go into a golden form in the first place? And the fact is saying that plot, this is excessively hyperbolic because he's so powerful and is supposed to be an ultimate evil, yet he needs to create all these plans to allow it to be set in motion. It's pretty much it's pretty much someone saying that this guy's Makuta Pterodax, except really he's not. It's Bowser. It's pretty much a bumbling fool who is so big and powerful, but can't succeed against a few tiny humans, and some kaiju that are still tiny compared to him. Moving on to his powers. Oh boy, powers. Okay, ready. He can raise the dead. That's Edge number 1. Darkness powers. Okay, yep, he's got the entire Edge package. Let's go. Based on his feats alone, he wasn't even able to kill a robotic Mechagodzilla 3 Kiryu, and all he was able to do was corrupt him, apparently. Even if that was part of his plan, was to corrupt the character in the first place, why didn't he just kill him and then resurrect him? Like, that makes no sense at all. Like, you really haven't any grasp of actual dark arts like necromancy, even though you use necromancy a lot in this character's character and his powers. So what you need to do is research how necromancy and necromantic arts work before ever using these powers to begin with. And overall, this character is not even that powerful. Based on feats alone, Black Goku and a lot of characters from Dragon Ball Super could trounce him completely, even his final form. Speaking of final forms, his final golden form is just Frieza's golden form. Why does he have a golden final form to begin with? Really, it's just Frieza's golden form. But the reason Frieza had a golden form was because they imitate Goku's Super Saiyan. Why does he have a golden form? Really, nothing? Is there actually any reason? I doubt there is. Because he doesn't even fight any golden monsters as I could see, and some of the information from the older stories he's a part of, there's nothing there because he's still quote-unquote working on it, and I've noticed that it's been like that for a few months when I've been planning to do this review, and nothing's changed. So really, you're left with an overpowered character who isn't really overpowered because he's not even that strong to begin with, who's posing as some ultimate evil when he really isn't even that ultimate and that evil to begin with, because the fact is, he still needs to do a bunch of things to get things done. He's not that powerful and isn't original. My advice, scrap this idea entirely. You want to keep the name? Sure, keep the name. Think of a better design that isn't Meta Dragon or a Xenomorph. Think of powers, how those powers correlate to the story, because overall they don't fit into any of the stories he appears in, or that they contradict themselves entirely, or they're not even that powerful to begin with. And after that, work on like restructuring your entire universe to begin with, because this bad power scaling wrecks the entire story. It's a detriment to your pacing and a detriment to your characters. But I don't know. That's it, guys. See ya. Overall, Edgelord Rex out of a scale of 10 has these points for its categories. Design, 0. It's just a xenomorph, and one has Frieza's power up. Unoriginal. Character, 3. He only gets one of those points because he actually fulfills his job at being a Bowser-like caricature, and he also gets the other 2 because he's the most generic style of villain, the ultimate evil. Story is a 4 because at least there's a wealth of it for people who like this kind of thing, and overall that's it. This is my fact-based opinions. That's all.